Well, the leaves are finally growing out to the farm here. It's 4430. Here's my old four-wheeler when I was 9 years old, 1999. The 2-cycle Eton TXL50. It's got a separate oil container. It did run, but there's carburetor issues and issues with the starter and whatever, but tires are shot. I'd have to have that fixed, and brakes, but I don't think you can get parts for them anymore, so that's why it's sitting here. Now this tractor here, like I said, is far best tractor we've ever owned, a 4430 John Deere. This thing here is mint. Well, I think we've overhauled the injection pump or the engine before. I don't know for sure, but we've done work to this. I know the hour meter's probably flipped over a few times. I'm not sure for the hours, but all I know is this thing is a good tractor. The 4020, there's a reason why we don't run that anymore, and I'll tell you why. Oh, if you hear a four-wheeler in the background, it's my little sister driving a four-wheeler. He's out driving around having fun. Okay, the reason why we don't drive this, the oil pump for hydraulic in the front is going out. The system in the hydraulic don't work right. The tires are shot in the back. It needs quite a bit of work in order for it to be good running condition. Our 8960 John Deere 1989 full drive tractor. We use it to dig, disc, whatever. Just had to put a water pump idler in there, and the bearing went out and took the pulley. We use this old digger. Does a good job. Hook it onto the back like that. 4 hydraulic hoses. This is a good tractor here. We like this one here. Needs a little polishing. And the batteries are starting to get weak in there. It says interstate batteries, 2007. But every year I did the video, it's cold started, all started. E55 Cummins. Good tractor. Okay, everybody wanted me to do an update on this truck. I haven't driven it for, I can't actually remember, either 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But there's a reason why I haven't been driving it. And if you look kind of there, something's been leaking. And it's the transfer case. Where I fixed it with JB Weld is leaking again. So this fall, I'm going to put a transfer case housing thing on there, which I got, and have the U-joints in the front replaced because they're bad on the 4x4 side. And everything else should be okay, but I'm going to have them check the wheel bearings on the left and right side because one of them keeps going out. They had problems. The previous owner that owned it since new. It's just an avalanche thing. So, she's looking awful rusty. Very rusty. Very crusty. This truck, the frame is pretty good, but the cab mounts are pretty rusty. I don't know if you can see them, but like, right there, kinda. But I haven't started it or did anything with it, so I thought, well, I'll drive it today. I don't know if it has any oil in it. Hopefully it does in the transfer case, because if not, that's it. Tires are getting kind of down there. Mercedes is over there. Gonna have to sell that eventually. It just sits there. So, I know it'll start, but it's just, I want to drive it because it just sits here. oh, it doesn't sit here. And well, gas prices are really high again, and that's kind of another reason why I don't like driving it. But just want to drive it in the winter only for 4x4. But you should start your vehicles once in a while. I think the check engine light was on, but I don't really remember. I guess not. Starts right up though. Oh, that ticking noise is exhaust manifold. The studs broke, and then that left side of the catalytic converter is bad. It's rattling. I found out what that issue is. Thank goodness. I didn't think it would be the 5.3 engine. Now that's piston slap when it's cold. That's normal. Well, the brakes seem kind of, but other than that, see if the AC even works. Last time I tried it didn't work. This squeals. Cabin air filter may be plugged. Oh. Oh yeah, it's working. Sweet. Yeah, for 219,213 miles, the thing runs absolutely beautiful. Seats are good on this side, but not the driver's side. I'll have to take it to the car wash, it looks like. Jesus, I think it's been 2 years. I would say. Probably should do that today, I don't know. Oops. Gotta make sure it's loose because I'm gonna suck my fuel pump in. That's a Chevy for you, Chevy's. Well, there you go. It's kind of a short review. Everything else still works. 4x4 works. Fog lights. Everything still works. Heated seats. Sunroof, I think, works. I've never really used it. I don't know for sure. I think it works. How do you use it here? Oh, look at that. Sunroof works. Oh, wow. Huh. That's cool. I didn't even know that even worked. Huh. Yeah, it turns into a convertible too. Well guys, with this whole pandemic going on, I don't know if I'm going to sell this car, because what I think is going to happen is everything's going to go sky high. People may go bankrupt. You already seen the stores that the food is going up. So I did some thinking. I'm like, probably not a good time to do it right now. So I'm just going to hang on to this car. I took it through the car wash, but of course it rained again. But other than that, it's not too bad. But it does need to be cleaned inside. So I don't get very good mileage, surprisingly, with these cars. We did have a 2008 Honda Accord back in the day, and that usually got about 25 or more, but this one only gets about 16 to 20. Maybe it's because of the way I drive it, but my dad's got that 08 black Honda Accord, and that one's got a 4-cylinder, and that one doesn't do very well either. But those are my voice. It must be the allergies, hopefully. Not the pandemic, but I haven't been anywhere anyway to get anything. Hopefully not. But other than that, this car has been running pretty good. It's almost got 62,000 miles on there. I changed oil on it in February at 51,000 miles, so I've only got almost 1,000 miles on it. And yeah, other than that, she runs like a beauty. Transmission still has issues, but it must be just the way it is. I put new fluid in there and it made kind of a difference, and now it's coming back and doing it again. So, but I'm gonna have to go to work. It's 12:24. It's Thursday today, and it's a nice, beautiful day. It's kind of cool from the what do you call it? The north. It's blowing. It's like supposed to be only 72 today, but next week it's supposed to get in the 90s. It's supposed to get really hot. So, and try to enjoy the weather I can and do as much film as I can for you guys and keep you guys happy too. I haven't driven this thing or started it for over a week, and I haven't had a chance to even mess with it. I was gonna look at the engine and stuff. There is a fuel leak though, because the engine, the IP pump is leaking fuel, and I think that has to be replaced, and that'll have to be timed. And then other than that, the engine should be fairly good. The transmission's good. Just need some brakes and tires and it'd be ready to go. Since I put that JB weld for heat on the radiator, it doesn't leak anymore where the fan went through. The fan, you can see, is still on there. And I need to get a new fuel filter. I have not changed oil yet. I don't think I'm gonna do it yet this year. It doesn't even rant. I don't even run it because I don't have any license on it. So it's got to get licensed before I can even drive it anywhere. But I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything this year because farming is pretty bad this year for everyone. So we're gonna hold off. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, she's all set to go. I'm gonna do some work on it today. The battery end's in so-so, and I see the battery end was getting kind of corrosion there. I'm gonna actually work on it a little bit and clean the batteries, because the key is for these diesels, they have to have constant good power to start them, and I want to keep it that way. Test the batteries too and keep this thing in good working order. Okay, so I decided to pull this thing out of here. It's been sitting here for whatever, 5,000 years. And we're gonna pump the tires up and get a chain and hook up to it. My brother is gonna help me. He's gonna steer it, and I'm gonna take my brown Ford pickup. We're gonna pull it around here and try to make a swing and come back here and bring it up to the yard. And we're gonna work on it and see what needs to be done and see if we can get a different engine modified in it. So that's our project today. We can get the tires up here. Push it out of here. Get it out of here. It's sitting in a spot for 3, 4, 5 years. We're gonna hook a chain up to it and get the Tacoma up. Okay, we got it out of there. My brother's helping me. We got it pulled out of here. See, one tire is skidding, it looks like. Oh yeah, we got a brake, it's locked. Hey, see the tire skidding? Got one brake, it's locked. So we'll probably have to see if we can swing it around, and the brake is stuck. But get this pickup out of here and turn it around. It's still in pretty good shape though. It's a good looking truck, except rust. We'll see if we can get turned around the yard here. I highly doubt it. We're towing it. The old Ford's got to do something around here instead of just sit here. Might as well put her to work. The tire skid in there. See that? The brake must be stuck. We're gonna drive it up here in the yard here for now and see what we can do to it here. That brake is stuck on there, so I'm not too worried about it. Well, alright, we got her out here. My brother helped me, thank you. And me and him are going to work on it, and kind of a brother project together, kind of do some work on it. The brakes, however, well, that truck should be able to do something in its life. But yeah, I had the 4x4 on because I figured it'd been sitting there so long. Let's check how long it's been sitting there. But she's been skidding a tire there for quite a while. But at least we know it has brakes. The brakes are working, so it's been sitting there for how many years. Sorry about the she's been sitting there for quite a while there. You can tell it's been sitting there. It's time to get it out of there. It's been sitting so long. If we don't get it fixed, we'll probably end up selling it. But I don't know. We'll see if we can rig up a different engine than the one that's in there with the motor mounts and whatever. You know, probably got a Chevy engine or something in there. I don't know. I have to do some redneck work to it. So I have to get that thing out of the way probably. Well, I'm going to see what my dad says where we can put this at, but yeah, it just needs to be power washed and, you know, fixed down there, but the frame is still in very good shape. The frame looks perfect. These Tacomas usually really, frames are bad. So, anyway, let's see. Won't get much done today because it's gonna get cattle out the pasture. Don't have much hay for them. Nobody does. This old girl runs pretty good to tow things. That's what we're in the yard for. Don't sit here half the time. It's being used. It's being used, and it's not abused, but still a nice truck. Look at that thing. She's saying, "Get me on the road now." Well, I had to make fun of this. The Ford had to tow the Toyota. Look at that. There's that engine there. The third cylinder threw a rod right on the starter. So I don't know. Could probably put a crappy 6-cylinder Ford engine in there for my Ranger if the mounts would work. And the computers, I don't know how that would even work. Anybody in the comments below would let me know if that would work. In a Tacoma 95, it says T9800. It's got a 2.7 liter engine in there, 3RZFE. I don't know if it's possible. 16 valve. I can't find these engines anywhere cheap enough just to put one in there, because this pickup is like, I don't know if I want to spend much money on it until you know what's going on. You can find a cheap Ford engine Ranger or something and put in there. Then you would kind of get an idea if everything would work or what. Anyway, yeah, let me know. And we'll have to fix that tire. Well, it's going to sit by the road here now for now. I'm going to have to pump tires up, but I don't know. Can't do anything today. But sit right next to the road. People can see this thing, then maybe they'll be interested in it or something. Still a good truck. Still a good truck, but we'll get more time. It's already 6 o'clock. I don't think we're going to get much time to do anything today. But that old Ford did a good job. It always does that.